Mistakes on the double snipers. Playing from a distance, the only one who can contest them is Carpe up on the high ground, but he's got to be careful from both of these players.
Kalios looking well charged. You can see the more glow on that Xayah will indicate a higher level of charge. Poco, though, is in much the same position. Both Xayahs already drawing blood. That's a graviton surge early. Gamsu gets caught, knocked into the wall, then drank back into the black hole itself. But it wasn't the most effective graviton there. As you can see, Neko, Kellex, and Kalios around the edges of the fight are able to get some blood drawn themselves. Neko gets himself two, and EQO is going to struggle.
And that's huge for Boston.
Further forward than they otherwise would be able to. There's the JjoNak coming in there, but Gamsu brings the shield up. There's still going to be a reactive Transcendence committed to the fight, so Boston will come forward and try and capitalize as much as they can. That's a big Dragon Strike, though. EQO evens the ledger. It's 3. As the entirety of the Boston Uprising, or at least their front line, are tied together.
A ton of follow-up, though.
No, and a good Earth Shadow, at least to dissuade Diffusion from being able to follow up on that. Philly were pretty well out of position, as it were, so that will be a payload. Getting to that Foundry stage now. Checkpoint B, and there will be no resistance from the Fusion. Boston having to, commit a couple of those ultimates to the fight.
Well, I mean, there's nothing he can combo with, right? Here's going to be the Dragon with the grab in the corner, and there you go. I mean, that's a big combo there. You're going to have a Transcendence as well for the Boston Uprising. They'll be able to complete the map with over a minute in time bank. In Reinhardt here.
They want to force the Uprising to fight them on the point itself. Now, I've seen this one before, Carpe! Oh, a couple stages ago, but the same approach still applies. Get up behind him, scatter arrow, remove the Widowmaker, and Gamsu's in deep travel now. The Fusion have a lot of durability, a lot of healing available to them in close quarters on this point. This is the perfect place for them to fight. A fertile ground for their victory, and now they're just going to plug away. See, Carpe now stays out of line of sight of the Widowmaker at all times, sitting inside that little arch. And the Fusion roll over that first point, get off to a blazing start.
And I'm actually shocked that
Man, Earth Shadow just spinning on the target, but this is nasty. Kalios gets into the back line, and there's the charge. Carpe's down, and Gamsu's going to swing for the fence. Plenty of healing now, and he can play that aggressive style. And Philadelphia Fusion reduced to ash.
a ton of value out of his grabs. It's about 3 kills per grab. Here we see he puts a nice one up on the wall. You're able to get 2 players inside of it. That's both tanks as well. This will force Philly back.
You can see what a Xayah specialist adds to your team, right? Kalios is... But they need to sustain this push, and the Uprising can just jockey back and try and stay in this fight.
They don't even need to. If they wanted to, they can back out of this completely, but they're getting the kills. They could have backed out here because you would have grab plus a Riptire here at the end. No Transcendence on the other side. That's going to be a win. I mean, even with Transcendence with the Riptire, right, you're going to be able to pick up something. Well, but Boston, man, just looking so strong on D here, Mitch. They will hold Philadelphia and take map number 1. Dived in. There's the EQO there to just lob the grenades, as you can see this from Carpe's POV. Nice body shot there.
Yeah. It's retake by using that primal rage to displace a lot of the key players in the backline. Transcendence there, and Striker drops in the pulse bomb. EQO is missing. Now the Fusion reciprocate. They've got that healing ultimate out of the Zenyatta, and EQO returns to the fight. Sato's down, and over the point, it's just Hopper right now. EQO off to the right-hand side. He gets the grenades in, though. Striker wasn't ready for that one. The burst damage too good from the Junkrat, and he finds yet another. Those remote mines from EQO are really fighting their mark, and now Carpe returns. Kellex is down, and the Uprising are running out of the tools to get the job done. It's just note, he does have a self-destruct. He'll need to use it to prolong his time on the point, but he won't get to D-suit. There it is. And the Philadelphia Fusion... point. We've got EQO, Carpe, Hotbar all going to wrap around this side looking for Kellex. That's a drive-by pulse bomb, a little bit frivolously employed. Carpe will not find the mark there, but Mistakes is in deep trouble, being accosted by multiple tanks, but he still hangs on long enough to get rid of Sato with the trap.
Yeah, but Philly has such a great spawn advantage here, Mitch. They'll get a DMAC here on a note. He'll have to use the self-destruct. Won't have a chance to get back inside it. It's just going to be Gamsu here going up against 4 members. Kellex also trying to provide some support, but here's going to be a Valkyrie for the Philly Fusion.
No chance there. The Resurrect was wishful thinking at the very best. And with Boombox dealing with Striker, the moment he picks onto the point, that's a very quick second map. And the Philadelphia Fusion even up the series.
Damage. And they can't make any progress. By the time they get to Carpe, they're all weak.
Oh, Striker, that's a big hit from EQO to set up the kill for Carpe. Just to finish off there. From 2 different angles, huge sources of damage available. Hit from Carpe as he approaches via the point. Here comes the barrage, though. The Transcendence, for the most part, enough to help at least with mitigating some of this pressure, but again, not enough to save them ultimately. EQO makes short work of the bulk of Boston set up there, and Striker eats one. Carpe, he may have bitten off more than he can chew now, and Mistakes is going to make sure he's got his dinner cut into nice little pieces. Just the 1 kill. We'll see if that's enough to let them in, because Carpe's been brought back to the fight and Gamsu's down, so that's a 5v5 now. Even numbers, and Boombox and Hotbar going to make it even worse. The Zarya looking pretty darn good here for that second line flex player who we don't see very often. Kellex trying to troll his way through, but it won't be enough, and Mistakes just gets crunched as soon as he tries to show his face. Neko again in the building. Commanding.
Split Mistakes off. They have him pretty much dead to rights there. They'll take him out, now use a Riptire.
Somehow EQO doesn't get taken down while channeling that one, but the Graviton Surge is sure going to make it easier now, just to pummel the remainder of the Fusion. Yes, Carpe drops into Ice Block for a brief moment there, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. The Onslaught from the Uprising. Right, well, that's the hit from Striker. He had the high ground, and EQO didn't really dislodge him from that high ground perch. Gamsu frozen stiff there, and Neko couldn't keep him alive. That's a Transcendence now, committed to little to no avail. Sada now going to hold on here to this Earth Shatter, and why not? You get yourself back in control of the point, and you need to last for a few fights. So it's time to...
He has to go all the way around.
Yeah, he was trying to touch the point. He does get there, but EQO has a big barrage. He's going to drop in and let it go! Kellex gets blown up before the Transcendence could come into play, but at least there's been some recovery on the side of the Boston Uprising now. Mistakes sitting out the back on McCree. EQO forced to go for a mega health pack in Boston. The timing's good for them. The winds of serendipity blow. Bullet between your eyes kind of guy, but Mistakes removes him from the fight. Nice turnaround there from the Junkrat, and again, that's what happens if you get too close as that Widowmaker. Now, this is strange to see a Widow on this map, though, isn't it, Matt? A little bit unconventional.
And they invest the res there onto Carpe, which actually ends up getting EQO killed. You don't have any healing there.
But it looks like the Boston Uprising are too busy trying to take the point. That's the Widow duel one. Again, Philadelphia Fusion. Oh, it's going to come out on top. Striker, though, lands a big triple on the barrage there. The Graviton helping. Both supports are caught together. That's what they needed, but Carpe strikes in again. Striking down. Kellex also being removed. Carpe, what are you doing? This is unbelievable. He turns around and gets on the point. EQO follows it up. How have they redone this? How do you retake a point like that, Philadelphia?
On a tremendously long flank, as per the usual. Mistakes knows it's coming down this time.
Yeah, Carpe tried to get onto the bridge behind where that choke is, but Mistakes saw him coming, managed to deal with him, even without infra sight. See the hot by now, pressured down, not much you can do. Once you get behind a big Eater, it can be tough, unless you 180s and shield bash and shoot, but that's another story. Mistakes actually removed there by EQO. It'll be resurrected though, and Boston have broken through, so the arrest of the Fusion.
Yeah, no, not exactly sure Sato wanted to use that Primal Rage at the beginning. It looked like Neptuno was going to go for a res on the Carpe, and then they decided not to. They doubled back, and to stay alive, because the Mercy wasn't there, Sato was forced to use Primal Rage.
Great recovery here from the Philadelphia Fusion, although Mistakes definitely still making him sweat by finding Carpe. Realizes that was a Caduceus Blaster, or perhaps Orbs. Oh no, Kellex, he actually survives that one. EQO pulls the trigger a little bit early. Carpe flanks around the side. Mistakes had to commit to the low ground, and now he's down. Sato gets in there with the Primal Rage, and Striker is going to be zoned off for this payload himself. He's going to have to run at it. And note, yeah, suspended in midair. It's an easy pick off for Carpe now. And Striker trying to zip through. It won't be enough. Themselves out of a spot in the playoffs last stage. Those very, very sloppy plays, but EQO, sharpest attack there. All he had to do, go in and get Mistakes. Now, he does have to leave after that as he's being chased out, so that allows for the resurrect. But Striker goes down straight away. It's funny what having, Mercy busy getting a resurrect can do, to the rest of the team. EQO hoping to block a shot from Mistakes, but there's no way you're going to look at it. Get a bit of guts. Eco's looking for glory, gonna drop down now, Mistakes. Oh, he's caught midway through. Gets the dash at just the right time, and that's 2 down. Mercy and Widow removed. You can't ask for much more than that. Now EQO's gonna be more than happy just to field Gamsu's requests to play on the jungle gym. Gamsu just getting buffeted around himself. It could be all over here for the Boston Uprising, Matt. Striker Pulse Bomb doesn't connect. Be disappointed with that one. Definitely needed it to make the big difference. EQO dashing Kellex down as he approaches, and Mistakes is the man up at the plate right now. Dashing in. He's not safe. Carpe, yes you won. Yes you did.
You can be happy.
Philadelphia Fusion there, looking like far more dimensions added to them than in last stage.
Check out our website at actionesports.com to stay up to date on the latest matches, highlights, and more. From scores, match history, and specific game info, we've got you covered for all things Overwatch esports. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out our channel for more action-packed content. Also, like and share this video, and click the subscribe button to join our notification squad. Thanks for watching.